This will probably be the last video for the 8N. I am going to put it up for sale. We've I guess I need to have a spot to put this one, and I think we know now enough that this one should be a good tractor, and so I think we'll go ahead and put this one up for sale. Haven't decided yet. Haven't decided if I'll go ahead and put it up for sale or if I'll get some more work done on this one and then put it up for sale. But I wanted to at least, while I was pressure washing this one, get this one all cleaned up. It's pretty much ready to go. There's no issues with it. You know, water pump's good. I mean, it's a good tractor, you know. Got the headlights on it. That's pretty much where I wanted to take this thing as far as what I was going to do to it. Probably the only, if I kept it and I wanted to do long-term stuff to it, I would put electronic ignition in it and swap the axle shafts and put inner axle seals on it, inner and outer. Pull the shafts out of that other tractor. But that's pretty much it. I don't know if the tubes have to get changed. Whatever needed to be done to get inner and outer axle seals on it. I was gonna do that, but like I said, they leak. It's still got decent brakes on it, so it's not that big of a deal. It runs great. It operates like it should. Engine's in great shape. Transmission's in great shape. There's really nothing else I needed to do on it. I guess I could have put, you know, my volt gauge. That could have gone on there. I took my overriding clutch on, and of course took the mower off of it. So I'm going to take a few pictures of it and make up a Craigslist ad and see if we get any takers on it. You know, it's like I said, it's a good tractor. It's just, if I keep it, you know, I've got that one. I don't really need it. It's more of, to me, it really needs to go to somebody who either just needs it as for what it is as a tractor, you know, no live PTO, no live hydraulics, 24 horsepower, something like that. Take it for what it is, use it. But for me, I needed a little more horsepower. I wanted live hydraulics, live PTO, and that's what I got in that one. And plus it's diesel. You know, don't have to worry about the fuel going bad in it. I've got the Farmall Cub, which I will have forever. And so this 8N to me is not a restoration project, and it's not the functional tractor that I want, I guess you could say. That's the functional tractor I want. So that will be the one that gets used for when I mow, when I do all the stuff. You know, it's got everything I need on it. This one, like I said, I could probably do with everything except for it's the horsepower is just the grass we have is so tough. That 5-foot mower, it really struggles in some areas with the grass. And the John Deere with the 6-foot, it mows it great. It's 45 horsepower, PTO horsepower, and it you can tell it's lugging the engine in that grass with the 6 foot, and it's just too much grass, too tough a grass for a 5 foot mower for this tractor. I don't know yet how the 2000 is going to do. It's 35 horse, I think, and so I've got a 6 foot mower for it. I'm going to keep this 5 foot. We'll see how it does with both. I don't know if it will be able to do the 6 foot with that grass. We'll see. But whichever mower it does with it, we'll use with it, and maybe fix one up and sell it. Whichever one, clean it up, whatever. So, but yeah, this one is just a little under horsepower for me, and the live hydraulics that's the breaking point for me. I really did not think it would be that big of a deal, but if you're using it mainly for brush hogging, it is a pain in the butt, and to me it's dangerous, to have okay, if you do it correctly, which would be disconnect the PTO shaft all the time except when you're mowing, it would not be dangerous. But to have to engage the hydraulics or engage the PTO to have the hydraulics, to me, is just, it's a pain and it's dangerous. But like I said, if you were just using this thing for brush hogging or box blade, whatever, plow, it would work great. But brush hog, it's a pain. So that was kind of what started me looking for another track. That and the horsepower on it, with it bogging down with the 5 foot mower. And when I say bogging down, that's first gear trying to mow with it, and it's it can't do it, and I'm having to lift up the mower quite a bit, and that's with good sharp blades on that thing and everything. So the other thing, you know what, I'm going to do a review on this, so we'll turn this into a review. The other annoying thing to me about it is the gear ratio on this thing is just crazy fast, and somebody has put oversized tires on it. I think they're one size oversized, but still, so that's going to make it even faster. But this thing is like, its fourth gear is definitely a road gear. It is really fast, and that's fine for fourth gear, but reverse is insanely fast. And I think first, second, and third could be lower geared. If they wanted to me, ideally, if they wanted to have fourth gear as a road gear, which I'm sure that's what they did, they geared this thing where you could drive down the road with it. I think they should have put a big gap between third and fourth, and geared first, second, and third lower down, and geared reverse lower down, because reverse is just crazy fast. Reverse is probably geared about the same as second. Which is geared fast. So the gearing, the live PTO, not live PTO, and not live hydraulics, and just a little underpowered is kind of the negatives on this thing. The positives are, this thing is so simple, and if you don't want to deal with points, I had to clean the points when I didn't even put new points in it when I got it. This is the original points that were on this engine. I cleaned them, and I've had to clean them once again. I've had to clean them one other time. I tried to start it and it didn't have spark, and I just filed the points again, and it was good. So I would put electronic ignition on it later on. If I was going to keep it, that would just make it a little simpler, a little more reliable, I guess. The Petronics kit in the Cub has been flawless, and to me it runs better with it. So I'm guessing this would run a little better with it, but it runs great. If we want to do a little startup of it. I don't remember if I turned the gas off or not. Didn't turn the key on. Now probably float. Listen to that thing run. This is a good engine. A little bit of an exhaust leak. Runs great. So it's a good tractor for what it is. It's simple. I haven't had any carburetor issues with it. I overhauled it when I got this thing, and it's been fine since. I've run it enough that the gas hasn't gone bad in it or anything like that. That's kind of the thing that always you fight with these tractors you don't use enough that are gasoline, and the gas goes bad so quick, and I can't get non-ethanol fuel down here. So, but it's a good tractor. Would I own another 8N? Maybe. Probably not. Not for a full functional tractor. Maybe the John Deere has spoiled me, and the reason we have two tractors is we tag team mowing. We've got like 12 acres, and so it goes a whole lot quicker with two people mowing, so we always run two tractors. And so I need two good functional tractors, and the John Deere like I said, has probably spoiled me. If this was the only tractor I had, I probably would be happy with it. But yeah, live hydraulics, and to be honest, you could say, oh, well, you can put a live hydraulics on it, and yeah, you can do all that. You can do all kinds you can spend all kinds of money and fix this thing up. You could do a V8 swap, you could do all that. You still have the gearing issue where this thing is geared insanely high, and you're talking about lots of money. I paid $600 for that tractor, and so it really, if you've got features you're looking for in a tractor, try to find the tractor that has those features. Don't to me it's not worth it to add the features unless the tractor has sentimental value, like my Cub has, which I'll keep it and one day I'll restore it. It's just not, and I'm not going to try to add all this kind of stuff to the Cub. It's going to stay like it is, and that's how it's going to be. I'm not going to spend a ton of money to put a 3-point hitch or something on it. That's kind of what you have to do with these tractors. Unless it has sentimental value, you're better off selling it and buying something else, because or saving up and buy something that has it. If you're looking at a tractor, you need to think about the features you want in a tractor. Do you need live hydraulics? Do you need live PTO? Do you need lower gearing? Do you need more horsepower? You need to think about all that stuff and, you know, buy a tractor that has all that. I looked, I wasn't in a hurry to find this one. I looked for about a year, just, I had a saved search on Craigslist, where I could go check, and then I had on one of the Craigslist apps, and I had a Facebook Marketplace notification set up for tractors, just tractor. And so every day, it'd give me a little notification of new tractors that were posted, and I'd go look and see what was there. And this thing popped up for $800. I went and saw it. They said it would run, and it would not. It would not start. And so, the wiring was an issue with it. And so, where the rats chewed it. And so I couldn't get in there to jump it. But it was also out of diesel. When I looked in the tank, there was a leak on the cutoff. And so I just made sure it wasn't locked up, spun it over by hand and offered them $600 as is. They took it, and I got this tractor. So there's good deals to be found if you look out for them. Just a little piece of advice. If, like this one, these back tires, I don't know how long they're going to last. They're holding air. They are in pretty bad shape, I would say. So I don't know, I may get 2 months out of them. I may get 2 years out of them. I have no idea. But rear tractor tires are expensive. Fronts are fairly cheap. I think you can get two front tires for, just say about $100. About 50 each, something like that. But the rear tires, you're talking about a couple $100, $300-400 each, and that's for cheaper tires. So just keep that in mind when you're looking for a tractor. My 8N here, I would say has really good tires on it. They've got some dry rot to them, but they're definitely in good shape, and they would probably last quite a few more years. So that as a buy, if I was a buyer, that's one thing I'm going to take into consideration. If it's got bad tires on it, you need to price it accordingly and price out those size tires and figure that into whatever you're paying for the tractor, because you could easily, like, I paid $600 for this tractor. If it had two bad back tires, that were just shredded or whatever, I would easily pay more than $600 for 2 tires for it. So that doubles my cost. So that's just something to consider. But anyway, so say goodbye to the 8N. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below, hit the like button, and subscribe for more.